we'll be talking about what are the options available for people aged 40 years and above to migrate to Canada. As you must be knowing, after a long gap of almost 1.5 years, the expected draw restarted again on July 6th, and the cutoff was around 557. So this is almost 100 points higher compared to what was the cutoff previously. So it used to be around 460 to 470 score that was required to get an invitation in the express entry. Now it was around 550. So obviously it becomes very tough because with the passing of age, the score that you get for your age diminishes rapidly, and if you are 45 years old, you get basically 0 points for your age. So what are the other options available to either boost up my CRS score or with a low score still being eligible to get an migration option to Canada? So there are three options available. The first option is the study option. The second option is something called the self-employed category, and the third option is the startup visa option. So the study options we'll discuss in detail afterwards. The second option, which is the self-employed category, again basically consists of two categories. So one is the cultural activity stream and the other is the athletic stream. So in cultural activities, say you are a journalist or a author or a craftsman or a technician, artist. These are some of the various streams who are eligible to apply under this. What you need to do is you have to prove that you are self-employed in these streams and you are more or less working at a world-class level. So your age, education, and other factors are also taken into consideration. The other option is the startup visa, where you are able to demonstrate your capability to build a world-class organization or a startup in Canada which can employ local people and which can compete at the global level. So they have their own advantages and disadvantages. So the focus of this video mainly will be on the study options. So study option is one of the lucrative options for people who are 40 years or higher in age. Unlike in India, where generally this age is a criteria when you apply for higher education. In Canada, age is not considered that strictly. I mean, most of the colleges do still ask you to prove how you are passionate about pursuing a particular course of study. If you are mature student or somebody who is 35 years old, still you will get an option to study if you are able to convince yourself and convince the authorities in that particular school that what you bring to the table. Okay, so this is definitely a good options for people who are ready to sweat it out and add some more skills to their portfolio resume, and at the same time become eligible to migrate to Canada. So what you need to do under this is that you have to choose a particular course which you think aligns with your interest and your experience, and then pursue it and get admitted in a college or university. Ideally, you should consider doing a master's because it has higher points compared to a postgraduate diploma. But the main thing which you should be concentrating on is try to go for a course which is 2 years in duration. So the way it works is that if you are doing a course which is 2 years in duration, you are more or less assured of getting a postgraduate work permit once you complete your education, which will be around 3 years. So once you have the work permit for 3 years, there is a higher probability that you will be able to gain some valuable work experience in Canada. And once you have a Canadian work experience which is 1 year or more, you qualify in a different category called Canadian Experience Class, where the cutoff for the express entry is much lower. So it's almost more or less guaranteed that you will get an invitation if you are having 1 year plus Canadian work experience. Now the challenge is, if you apply to a course which is say 1 year or 1.5 years, then the postgraduate work permit will commensurate with the duration of the course that you have studied. So for example, you have studied for 1.5 years, then you will be getting a postgraduate work permit of 1.5 years. In this case, what happens, it becomes much more, slightly challenging or riskier, that you have to find a job quickly and convert at least out of this 1.5 years of work permit into 1 year of work experience. But if you are getting a 3 years work permit, which is possible only when you do a 2 years course, then you have enough time to search for a particular relevant job and then gain the valuable experience in that particular field, so which you can use when you are applying for the PR. There are further different benefits of PR. We will discuss in separate videos. Two of the most crucial benefits of PR, which is equivalent to a Canadian citizen, are that your children will have free education and you will have free healthcare facility, which is similar to the citizen of Canada that they enjoy. Now, in addition to this, when you are planning for your study, either in college or university is definitely preferred compared to colleges. What you need to also take into consideration is where that particular college or university is, located. So, in addition to the express entry program that is prevalent for migrating to Canada, there are different provinces in Canada who have their own provincial nomination program. The advantage of being nominated by a province is that you get additional 600 points. Imagine, like you have say 430 or 440 score and you get another 600 points. So you cross that 1000, total points, which is like a sure shot guaranteed way of getting a nomination for the PR, and you will definitely be getting the PR. So always try to search that what are the courses which I will do, which is going to make me much more relevant to the what are the jobs in demand in Canada. In addition to that, how that particular course is fitting into the provincial nomination program of a particular province. For example, Alberta or Saskatchewan or Ontario or British Columbia all have their different provincial nomination program. You need to research much more about which particular provincial nomination program aligns more to your kind of study, so that accordingly you can plan your future actions. Okay, so I'm right now 44 years old and I'm making this video not based on just YouTube research, but I'm happy to share that I have got admitted to one of the premier institute in Canada called University of British Columbia, which is the number 3 university, ranked number 3 in Canada and ranked 40th worldwide. So I've got into a master's program there. In addition to getting into this program, the thing is that this particular program is part of the provincial nomination program of British Columbia. So once I finish this particular program from University of British Columbia, I'll be eligible to apply for my PR through the PNP route, which is again a big advantage. So you need to accordingly plan how you are going to go ahead with this particular stream. But as I said, so with 45 years of age, if I am able to get into a premier institute like University of British Columbia and study there, I'll be going in August of this month, August of this year. So obviously it shows that age is not a limit. You need to be passionate and decide that okay, what is my career path going to be, and you will be able to accordingly plan and migrate to Canada. In future videos, we'll be discussing in more details about other criteria, like maybe we can discuss about the particular program that I have enrolled into, how I researched about it, and other stuff. But this being my first video, this is more or less what I wanted to share with you. In future videos, I'll be sharing about my journey as it happens in Canada in the coming months. Okay, so stay tuned and happy learning and all the best for your journey to come to Canada, and hopefully we'll meet, and I'll be publishing more and more videos over a period of time. Feel free to ask any questions. Either you can email me or you can post comments, and I will try my best to reply to them in as and when possible. Thank you for watching this. Bye.